Movavi. Movavi.
Shout out to Pop Mafia, man. You already showed of ours.
Hey, Pops, Bills, baby.
You missing it? The guys are dancing. Let's go, Dwayne! Yeah, Dwayne!
Movavi. Movavi.
All right, we're live. Hey, yeah, we are. Just wanted to play a little bit of a longer intro there, give people a chance to get in. The Bills have a huge game this Sunday night. I prefer the day games. Against the Baltimore Ravens. It's playoffs. It's playoff football. Win or stay home, I guess, because we're home. Anyway, Baltimore Ravens, what a good team. Let's first talk about the Bills real quick. Codrington, our punt returner, is been a full at practice all week. He looks like he's ready to roll. Alec Anderson, I believe he is now practicing. Even if he's not, he's going to play this weekend. He had an ankle injury in the first half, towards the end of the first half of last week's game against Denver, and came out in the second half and played in the second half, so he'll play. Now, Davis, Ray, he is still under concussion protocol. He is practicing, but with the red no-contact jersey on. I think even if he gets cleared right before the game to play, they ought to just sit him out 1 week. Concussions are not something you want to chance at all. And, we're not the Miami Dolphins. So, let's bring up Frank Gore. I hate that. Frank Gore over here to play this week and just sit Ray out. I think it's better for long-term that Ray doesn't play this week. And we want Ray to be good long-term. So that's my suggestion anyway, like it matters. The Baltimore Ravens, what do they bring to Buffalo? First of all, hopefully they bring the fear of cold, because it is going to be cold out there on Sunday. I don't like that. I don't want to be cold, but I'm going to be there anyway because I'm a diehard Buffalo Bills fan. And we're looking at 9-degree temperatures at kickoff. Why we have to play at night when it gets even colder, I don't know. But that's what the Bills and the NFL decided to do. They said they were going to reschedule that light show thing, but I doubt they will. Just a myth, I think. Anyway, we'll see what they do at halftime. Probably something silly. The Baltimore Ravens obviously have a very good team. As any team that's still in the playoffs at this point is a very good team. Headed up by Lamar Jackson, who is the all-pro starter at quarterback. And they had 6 guys that made the all-pro team. 4 of them on the first team and 2 on the second. Patrick Ricard, fullback. I'd rather have Reggie. I love Reggie Gilliam. Roquan Smith, very, very good linebacker. And slot corner, Marlon Humphrey. I'm a Taron Johnson fan, but that's a whole nother story. Humphrey is a good player as well. Second team is Derrick Henry, the running back, and Kyle Hamilton, the safety. Now, my confusion and why I called in earlier today to ask Steve Tasker, how is the Baltimore Ravens defense ranked 31st in the league against the pass with Roquan Smith, Marlon Humphrey, and Kyle Hamilton all on their defense. And they said early in the season, the Baltimore Ravens really struggled with the pass, giving up the pass yardage. And they figured it out halfway through, and now they're actually really good at it. But what they're really, really good at is stopping the run. They are number one run defense against the run. So I guess we always talk about what might be the other team's Achilles heel. We're going to have to hope it's the passing game because it sure doesn't look like it's the running game. They got big guys up front, and we're going to have to try to pass the ball. I think our offensive line showed last week against the Denver Broncos that they can hold up against the pass rush. I do think the Baltimore Ravens had the best defensive line in the league, but that's overall. I think Denver has the better pass rush. Now, obviously, since they're number one at stopping the run, Baltimore has the better run stoppage people. So I just think Denver's just a little bit better at passing, rushing the passer. And so if we got to give, just like we did last week, the offensive line's got to play up another level than they did last week. And they did great last week. But now we got to go up against Baltimore, give Josh time to throw, hopefully make some room for James Cook to get some more yardage. He had almost 130 last week. And if we can do that, should be good. So with us, they have that good slot corner that we talked about. So that might take away Shakir a little bit. So we're going to try to open to Coleman and Cooper a little more this game, hopefully. Always looking for the tight ends. But again, that slot corner, Marlon Humphrey, he's really good. So, and the linebacker, Roquan Smith. So, yeah, that's what I'm hoping in the passing game is that Cooper and Coleman can really produce for us. I mean, Sanders can too. I mean, he obviously had a great game last week. If he's out there, we look for him as well. So those are the big things happening there. I know some reporter in Baltimore said that Buffalo is the city of losers. Whatever. You know, people talk about Josh Allen in the playoffs. Well, let me tell you this. Josh Allen's 5-5 in the playoffs. I think he plays really well in the playoffs. Some of those losses are not on him. And Lamar Jackson happens to be 2-4 in the playoffs. So if we're going to talk about playoffs and who the losing quarterback might be at this point, it's Lamar Jackson. And see this picture right here? That's the last time, I believe, the Bills and Baltimore faced each other in the playoffs, and Taron Johnson intercepted Lamar Jackson and ran it back for 102 yards for a touchdown. That's the COVID year where there weren't a lot of fans there, but Baltimore actually said after the game the fans made a big difference. So now we're going to have all of our fans there. A lot of people are talking about, what happened earlier this year when Baltimore took it to us, and Baltimore did. Baltimore had a big-time victory. I've deleted the score from my brain, but it was a blowout, which doesn't happen to Buffalo a lot. But here's some things you got to remember about that game that are different this week. First of all, it is that before mentioned home field advantage. Our crowd will be loud. I'm not sure who cold weather is going to help. Actually, I'd lean a little bit towards it being towards Baltimore with their run game and the way they use their run game with Lamar and Henry together to give them a little bit of an advantage with the cold weather. But the home field advantage is obviously with us. Go Bills. And Buffalo didn't have Von Miller for this game. He was serving his suspension during one of these games, during the Baltimore game. And, Von has been playing fantastic lately. If you saw the spin move he did in Denver and got on that quarterback, Bo Nix, quickly. And he was causing pressure throughout the game. I think over the last 6 or 7 games, Von's been right up there in not leading in quarterback pressures in the league. So, yeah, Von Miller makes a difference. How about Matt Milano? We didn't have Matt Milano that game either. He was still coming back from his injured reserve, and he's back now. I mean, he played really well last week. He's definitely been playing better over the last couple of weeks as he got back into playing shape. So, yeah, we'll have Matt Milano. He makes a big difference. How about the other linebacker, Terrell Bernard? He didn't play either. He was injured with a pec. He had a pectoral injury, so he didn't play. So right now we're already at 3 players on defense that were not there for that game. And we're talking about the starting 11. Wait, there's more. Taron Johnson had a forearm injury. He didn't play in that game either. So that's 4 players on defense that weren't there. And then Taylor Rapp got injured early in the game, early in the second quarter, so he was out for the game too. And Taylor Rapp is the safety that comes up and blows people up if they get past the line and makes the tackles. So you're talking about, what was that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive players that were not there for the game. 5 defensive players were not there for this game. I am ready, West. You're the one that needs to ready up. So we have 5 players on defense, but yet it's not all. We didn't have Amari Cooper yet. He was a Cleveland Brown. Amari Cooper wasn't playing for the Bills during that game. I know he's on offense, but that makes a difference. A good offense helps a defense. And Shakir got injured early in the game too, and we were missing Shakir. So 2 of our top receivers were not playing in the game. And how many defensive players did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever. I mean, it's not a comparable team. And both teams are actually very different from who they were at that time in the year. I would argue that Baltimore's defense is a lot better than when we played them then. I know that isn't good, but Baltimore's pass defense has gotten a lot better since we played them earlier in the year. And Buffalo's defense is way better because you're not even talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starters playing in the game. And they're all playing this week. So there won't be any injury excuses that'll be able to be used other than Ray Davis on the offensive side of the ball. But again, I like Ty Johnson, Cook, and even a little sprinkled in of Frank Gore to take up that running game this week. Buffalo's ready. I mean, we got to do it anyway, so let's go. Why not us? Everybody's picking against us. Baltimore's the favorite now. It opened up. Buffalo was supposed to be the favorite by 1 or 2 points. Really, though, when betting, 3 points goes to the home team, so we were already the underdog. Now we are the underdog. And everybody thinks Baltimore's going to win. Let them think it. It's time, Buffalo. You know, I went to every day of training camp. I haven't missed a home game. I even went to the stadium for a road game. I mean, I'm committed. I hope the Bills are ready. I think they are. I think this is going to be a fantastic game. This is going to be a great game. I mean, I that's why it's on at night. Joking about not wanting to be in the cold, but it's on at night because the 2 guys that are fighting for the MVP, who's just a regular season award, so this game shouldn't matter at all for that either way. But that's why they got it on at night. On Saturday, we're going to root for the Texans. You know, it's my third favorite AFC team. My second favorite is whoever's playing against the Patriots. And, of course, the Buffalo Bills are my favorite team. So we've got some friends that we met down there in Houston at the Bills Backer Bar. I'm sure they are going to be rooting for the Bills. And, of course, my daughter lives down there in Houston as well. So she is a big Texans fan. And hopefully, I saw a graphic earlier today that showed the United States, who's rooting for who in that game. And the whole entire country was Houston Texans fans, except for Kansas City area and the Dallas, Texas area, because they're Cowboy fans and they're haters in Dallas. But the rest of Texas and the rest of the country were all Texans fans. And I think that's true. We all want the Texans to win that game. And if that happened, and we win against Baltimore, then it's going to be another home game, probably even colder. But we'll worry about that down the road. Got to get this win in first, no matter who we're going to play. Yes, we're all tired of Kansas City. We don't want them to win 3 Super Bowls in a row. That's for sure. At least we already ruined their perfect season. So, back to the keys to the game. Here are the keys to the game. Since it's their passing game, since it's their running game is so amazing to stop the run, and their running game with Henry and Jackson. On the offensive side of the ball, we need Josh Allen to have a great game passing. It's going to be cold. It may be a little bit windy, so that goes into the Ravens' help there. But Josh has shown in games before he can handle the wind and the cold. I believe he got that when he played college football at Wyoming. And so our passing game has to be on because Baltimore commits to stop the run. They're going to stop the run. I hope I'm wrong. I hope James Cook has a fantastic game. And then on the other side of the ball, we got to stop Henry. And that's really hard to do. And if you key completely on stopping Henry, they use the read option a lot. So Von Miller and Greg Rousseau are going to be the ones that are going to have to contain Lamar, but also tackle Henry. Wow, that sounds easy. Not. The ends have to rush up and then contain Lamar from getting the ball so they'll hand it to Henry and then get Henry. Or move in so he won't give it to Henry and then go back out to chase Lamar. That's not easy to do, especially with Lamar's speed and Henry's rushing ability. So, good luck. I hope Dwayne Carter's playing this game because we're going to need every defensive tackle we can get to stop Henry going up the middle. And I know there's been talk about using 3 linebackers and taking Taron off the field. Whew, Taron's pretty good. I don't really want to lose Taron Johnson from playing in the game, but if Dorian Williams is a better answer, I guess I'm going to have to trust Bobby Babich. And before the Denver game, Bobby Babich and Coach McDermott were pretty much right in front of us talking for like 5 minutes intently, as you know that the defense was big on their mind last week, and it's even bigger this week. So, and then we break it down to special teams. Both kickers have had their trials early in the year. Bass has missed a lot. He's missed a lot of extra points. And, Baltimore usually has the best kicker in the NFL, but he's struggled this year too. So we'll see what he can do. Hopefully the wind and the cold weather affects him more. It's going to hurt when they kick that football because it's going to be hard and cold. And that's why they have a kicking football, but it's still going to be cold out there. And, they're going to try to keep that ball as warm as possible. But so with that, we've gone our 20 minutes. Looking forward to the game on Sunday. Do or die. And remember, go Bills! And more importantly, remember, God loves you. And so do I.
Shout out to Pop Mafia, man. He already showed the eyes.
Hey, Pops, Bills, baby.
Movavi. Movavi. Movavi.